What if everything you think you know about the universe is just the surface of a far deeper, more intricate reality? Imagine for a moment that the cosmos isn't just a collection of stars and galaxies, but a responsive, dynamic entity that interacts with our very consciousness. This isn't science fiction. It is a question emerging from the cutting edge of science and echoed in the wisdom of ancient texts. Let's dive into this mind-bending concept together. For decades, we've been taught the classical model of the universe, a vast, cold expanse governed by fixed physical laws. We are tiny observers on a small planet, looking out at a universe that exists independently of us. But what if that's not the full story? Quantum physics, the most successful scientific theory in history, has completely shattered this old-school view. It's thrown a wrench in the gears of our classical understanding, revealing a universe that is far stranger and more mysterious than we ever dared to imagine. One of the most bizarre discoveries in quantum mechanics is the observer effect. At the subatomic level, particles like electrons don't seem to have definite properties until we measure them. Before observation, a particle can exist in multiple states at once, a fuzzy cloud of possibilities called a superposition. It's only when we look, when we interact with it, that it chooses a single state to be in. Think about that. The very act of observation seems to influence reality itself. This isn't just a quirky little detail. It's a fundamental principle of how the universe works at its most basic level. It suggests that consciousness isn't just a passive witness to the cosmic show. It might be an active participant. Then there's quantum entanglement, which Albert Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance. When two particles are entangled, their fates are linked, no matter how far apart they are. If you measure a property of one particle, you instantly know the corresponding property of the other, even if it's on the other side of the galaxy. It's as if they are communicating faster than the speed of light, which, according to our current understanding of physics, should be impossible. This profound interconnectedness hints that space and time might not be the fundamental barriers we perceive them to be. The universe might be a single, indivisible whole, with every part connected to every other part in ways we are only just beginning to grasp. Modern cosmology is also pushing the boundaries of our imagination. Theories like the multiverse propose that our universe is just one of countless others, each potentially with its own unique physical laws. Some interpretations of these theories, like the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, suggest that every time a quantum measurement is made, the universe splits into multiple branches, creating a new reality for each possible outcome. In this view, every possibility is realized in some parallel universe. This isn't just wild speculation. It's a serious idea being explored by leading physicists. It paints a picture of a reality that is infinitely vast and complex, where our perceived universe is just a tiny sliver of a much grander cosmic tapestry. The universe, it seems, is not just stranger than we imagine. It's stranger than we can imagine. Science is leading us to a profound conclusion. The reality we experience might be fundamentally shaped by our observation and our place within a much larger, unseen structure. Now, what is truly fascinating is that these mind-bending ideas from modern science seem to resonate with ancient wisdom from spiritual and religious texts written thousands of years ago. These texts, long before the invention of particle accelerators or space telescopes, spoke of a deep connection between consciousness, creation, and a hidden cosmic order. Let's look at the Bible. For instance, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7, there's a line that has puzzled scholars for centuries. It says, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." While often interpreted in a psychological sense, in its deeper, more mystical context, it suggests a profound creative power within human thought. Some translations even render it as "for as he thinks in his heart, so is the world ordered." This ancient verse points to the idea that our internal state, our thoughts, our consciousness has a direct influence on the world we experience. It's an echo of the quantum observer effect, a suggestion that reality is not fixed but is shaped, in some way, by the mind of the observer. Centuries before science discovered that observation collapses the wave function, this ancient text hinted that consciousness is a key ingredient in the fabric of reality. We find a similar theme in the Quran. Surah Al-An'am, verse 59, states, "And with him are the keys of the unseen. None knows them except him, and he knows what is in the land and sea. Not a leaf falls but that he knows it." This verse beautifully articulates the concept of divine omniscience, that God's knowledge encompasses everything, seen and unseen. It implies that the universe we perceive with our limited senses is only a fraction of the total reality. There is a hidden, unseen dimension to existence, a cosmic design perfectly known to the Creator but largely hidden from us. This aligns with the scientific idea that our reality is just one layer of a much deeper structure. What we can observe and measure is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface lies a vast, unseen reality, an intricate cosmic order that we are only just beginning to glimpse. These ancient texts aren't scientific manuals, but they offer a perspective that complements the discoveries of modern physics. They invite us to consider that the universe is not just a machine, but a message, a mystery waiting to be unveiled. So, how can we wrap our heads around this? Let's use a simple, real-life analogy. Think about a hologram. If you look at a holographic plate from one angle, you might just see a flat, two-dimensional pattern of light and dark fringes. It looks like a random, meaningless jumble. But if you shine a laser through it at the right angle, a stunning, three-dimensional image springs to life. A flat surface suddenly reveals an entire world with depth and perspective. The information for the 3D world was always there, encoded on the 2D surface. But you needed the right perspective, the right light, to see it. The universe could be like that hologram. From our everyday, classical perspective, we see a world of separate objects, governed by seemingly fixed laws. It seems solid, predictable, and free. But what if this is just one way of looking at it? What if, from a different perspective, quantum perspective, a spiritual perspective, an entirely different reality emerges? A reality where everything is interconnected, where consciousness plays a role in creation, where unseen dimensions and hidden orders are revealed. The universe may be layered, and it only reveals its deeper layers when we are ready to change our angle of observation, when we are willing to look beyond the surface of what we think we know. Perhaps the key to unlocking these deeper realities isn't just about building more powerful telescopes, but also about expanding our own consciousness. So, what does all this mean? It means the universe is far more than just a collection of matter and light, spinning in the void. It's a living puzzle, a cosmic question mark that challenges us at the deepest level of our being. Science and ancient wisdom, from different paths, seem to be converging on a single, breathtaking truth. Reality is not what it seems. We are not just passive observers in a static universe. We are active participants in a dynamic, unfolding creation. The cosmos is inviting us to expand not only our minds, but also our spirits. It's a call to look deeper, to question our assumptions, and to embrace the profound mystery that lies at the heart of existence. The journey to understand the universe is also a journey to understand ourselves. The questions are profound. Is reality a product of consciousness? Are we living in one of countless universes? Is there a hidden order that connects everything? We don't have all the answers yet, but the quest itself is transforming humanity. It's pushing us to be more curious, more open-minded, and more in awe of the magnificent cosmos we are a part of. If this exploration blew your mind and you're hungry for more, then you won't want to miss my next video. We're going even deeper, exploring the unseen scale of universes, from the microscopic to the cosmic and beyond. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching.